All right, so we're back at the SAGE portion of the notes. Again, this is optional. You are not going to be tested on it, nor should you be using SAGE to do the problems, except possibly to learn how to use SAGE. All right. You should do the problems as we emphasized during lecture and during the examples that we give you. All right. So let's take a look. Again, you can use the co-calc. Just click on this little red link over here. I guess it's sort of reddish. Magenta, we'll say. Click on the magenta link. It'll open up a website called sagemath.org, and you can do the co-calc interactive worksheet. Something we introduced in the beginning of the semester, by the way. Now, I'm just going to type in the commands one at a time. Reset. Whoops, sorry about that. Reset. I'm running Sage on my computer. X is a variable. And let's see what else I got over here. Oh, f of x. I'll write this over here. F of x is a function, and it's being assigned the square root, sqrt, x plus 1. I'll look back over the notes momentarily. And I think I did okay there. Divided by the square root of x minus 1. No mistake there. I just typed in. What they want to do, they're defining another function, df. And df is x. And it equals the derivative, diff of x with respect to x. So we're actually differentiating the function f with respect to x, and we're assigning it to a new function called df. All right, no mistake there. So I'm going to say df. I'm evaluating the derivative of f at 4 now. Gives me that. And I guess now let's take a look at this one over here. Z of x is equal to x divided by 2 star x squared plus 1. I'm just simply copying dz of x is equal to the derivative of z of x with respect to x. Let's keep going. dz, look back over the notes later, minus 2. It gives me a number. And now I'm going to type in something else over here. And I'll talk about what it means. Well, this is x star, x squared, plus 6, star, x plus 6, okay, with respect to x. Now notice they put a dot notation over here, and this is like very Python-y. What they want to do is expand it. After they do the work, they want to expand it. Let's see what they give me. And they give me this thing over here. It says, where did this one come from? Well, I want to scroll back over the notes, and I just want to discuss a little bit about why you'd want to learn to use Sage, right? One is that it's going to allow you to do problems you probably couldn't do prior, right? And that's going to happen to you. You're actually going to have problems that you could not have done prior without the use of software. I'm not saying this problem set is that like that, but you know, let's take a look. I'm going to scroll back over this thing. You know what? I think it's this problem right here. Yeah, it is. Now, let's say I didn't put the expand in. I didn't do the expand. Let me show you what you get. You get this over here. Now, I want to claim that if you looked at that and then looked at this answer over here, I think you say they're completely different answers. Why did I expand it? I want to see if I got the right answer. 4x cubed plus 18x squared plus 12x plus 36. It's right over here. All right, let's keep scrolling back in the notes. Let's see if we can do this one over here. Right? Let's see if I can do it. I'm going to see if I learned anything, right? So I'm going to say differentiate. There's a top here, isn't there? X squared plus 3 star x plus 9. That's not so bad, right? And then I'm going to divide that by the square root of x. I'm going to differentiate with respect to x. See what happens. You know what? I'm looking at it and I'm seeing this answer here and my answer. And let me try the expand. See if that helps me at all. I'm not saying it will, by the way. I don't think it helps me much, does it? Well, I'm going to look at it and I want to go term by term with you. I definitely see the 3 halves in it. So what's x to the minus 3 halves times x squared? Well, that would be x to the 1/2. So I definitely see the first term. And what's this thing times the second term? Well, it's going to be 3 halves. And then what would you get? You would get x to the minus 1/2. Well, I'm seeing that in the second term. What do you get for the third term? Minus 9 halves. And then you get x to the 3 halves in the denominator. It worked out beautifully. All right. It really did. All right. That this answer and this answer are the same. I got to be honest with you, though. I prefer the answer that's written over here because it's in factored form. And you want to start to think about that. The way a machine might look at a problem and the way that you look at a problem might in fact be different. All right. They might be different. All right. You may say, I'm going to spend a lot of time getting the machine to look like give the output I like. And I'm not saying you can't do that. All right. Let me do. Dude, that looks familiar too, doesn't it? It's this problem right over here. And evaluate it at -2. Let's see how we did. Yeah, -7/81. We did that problem. Again, we're kind of scrolling back. We're looking at problems. And we'll see if I've learned anything. Let's calculate this derivative. EIFF. Let me clear the screen first. Differentiate. Let's see, the top is x cubed plus 8. Remember, you need to use a star. 8 times x squared plus 5 times x to the -1 divided by x, and we're going to differentiate with respect to x, see what we get. Let's take a look at it. And again, I'm not really seeing what I get over there. So I'm going to try again. And we're going to try it again. I'm going to try something different, simplify. See what happens. I'm still not getting what I want, right? And again, I want to point out, that's the problem with software. All right, that's the problem with software. We're not getting exactly what we want. And you may wonder why that is. I don't know. It just, sometimes software doesn't really want to give it exactly the way we'd like to see it. All right, and that does happen, by the way. What I want to do, though, is I want to type their answer in. I'm copying it. I'm going to say Boolean, B-O-O-L. This answer. I want to see if it's the same as my answer. What's my answer? 2 star x 4 plus 8 star x cubed minus 10 divide by x cubed. Sure, same answer. Same answer. What looks better? I want to be honest with you. I think the one that we're providing in the notes looks better. It is awful sometimes what the output is on a computer algebra system. It may be completely unreasonable, but here's the deal. It's the way the machine likes it. Here's the deal on this, though. It's really simple for a machine to do these problems. It's really difficult for us to do these problems. We need to learn basic skill steps, though. Once you get those basic skill steps down, then you move to the next plane where you start to use more difficult problems where machines are actually needed to do it. Get your feet wet, like we say, get your feet wet. Thank you.